Ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, May 7th, 2026, the Ministry of Health issued two separate statements meant to reassure Kenyans of two different health concerns. And I want us to look at what happened during those statements were released and then analyze what it means for this government. First, the statement was about the submission of the Senate Health Committee on Cells, Tissues and Organ Transplant Service in Kenya. The second sought to dismiss claims that Kenya exports donated blood abroad. Both statements were issued on the same day under the same name of Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale. The context of this statement barely made the headlines. What made the headlines were the signatures. Kenyans online quickly noticed that the signature of the blood export statement looked noticeably different from the one on the Senate submission letter. A spot check by us on previous documents signed by Aden Duale confirmed the disparity. The signatures or the signature on the blood export statement did not appear to match Duale's known signature on the records. That is the factual starting point, and they immediately split into two possibilities, each with serious consequences. Either someone fabricated an official government document, appended a fake signature and released it under the Health CS name, or CS Duale signed a document using an inconsistent signature, and his own ministry cannot maintain basic document integrity. Both scenarios are damaging, but they are damaging in different ways. If the document was fabricated, it means Kenya's official government communication infrastructure has been compromised to the point where fake statement can circulate publicly and be taken serious, at least initially. That is not PR problem. That is a national security and institutional integrity problem. It means any actor, politically or otherwise, can manufacture an official-looking government statement, release it to the public, and the creator of a crisis that the government then has to spend resources correcting it. If the document is genuine, but the signature is inconsistent, the problem shifts from inwards. It means the health ministry is releasing official communication without basic quality control. It means documents go out without any verification or verifying that the signature matches the CS own established. In a ministry handling matters of public health, organ transplant, blood supply, and pharmaceutical oversight, that level of administrative sloppiness is not acceptable in Kenya right now. The public has no way of knowing which scenario is true, and that the uncertainty is itself the damage. The blood export claim that triggered this statement is also worth examining, because the chain of events that led here matters. A report published by World Integrated Trade Solution listed Kenya under export of human and animal blood and related products. That classification became public and caused an immediate alarm. The ministry responded by explaining that the category is a broader custom classification governing vaccines, unlaboratory and diagnostic products, not donated blood collected for transfusion services. That explanation may well be accurate and complete, but the ministry only issued it after public controversy erupted. This pattern, where government clarifications arrive after a damage is already done, has repeated itself consistently across multiple agencies under this Kenya Kwanza government. Reactive communication has placed proactive transparency, and when the reactive statement itself arrives carrying a questionable signature, it does not settle the public's concern. It multiplies them. Kenyans online were not just questioning the signature, they were questioning the context. One user posed the question directly: if the document is fabricated, can its content be trusted at all? That is the compounding effect in a credible crisis. Once the vessel is questioned, everything inside it is questioned too. So CS Duale's position on May 7th, 2026 alone illustrates how the stretch this ministry is. He appeared before the Senate on organ transplant concerns, and at Eldoret Hospital, he issued a statement on blood export, and simultaneously a public debate erupted over whether his signature or the statement was genuine. 3 separate pressure points, one day, one ministry. That is not a communication problem. That is a governance problem. And ministry operate under that kind of simultaneous scrutiny on transparent transplant, on blood exports, and now on documents authenticity, is a ministry that has lost control of its public narrative, and losing control of the narrative in health governance carries consequences that goes beyond politics and public confidence in the health institution